Tom and Huck is a 1995 Disney film directed by Peter Hewitt. It's written by Stephen Sommers and David Lowery, and we have a cast including Jonathan Taylor-Thomas as Tom and Brad Renfro as Huck. This is, of course, Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. And the narrative sounded really interesting, but unfortunately, I didn't really enjoy it. Tom and Huck witness quite a dark murder. I mean, murder is always dark, but the scene itself was really gruesome, especially for a PG. And then the wrong person is accused of the crime, but they know who did it. And they have to try and, well, prove who did it and who's innocent. And it sounded really fascinating. It sounded exactly like my kind of story. But unfortunately, I just found the narrative to be really boring. It was very, very slow as well. It took quite a long time to get to the main narrative. And after that point, I feel like everything was also just kind of slow. And I guess it's an adventure story and it's more about them exploring places and meeting other people. And honestly, I didn't care for it. It's also very dark. It's quite a dimly lit film, which is not always a problem, but it meant that for me, visually, it wasn't very engaging. The story was nowhere near as good as I thought it could have been. The performances are very good. I have absolutely no problems with the performances. I've also never read Tom Sawyer or Huckleberry Finn, so I don't know how close the characters are to those characters. They do seem like very typical adventurous boys. The characters seem well written and they fit in with the narrative well. I just found the narrative itself to be not that interesting, and as I said, visually not that appealing either. We do have some nice outdoor locations though. It's filmed in Alabama. I'm not sure if it's all filmed in Alabama, but that's all that's mentioned on IMDb. So there were some okay moments, or at least some okay aspects about it, but I didn't think the pacing was very good. The whole film is about an hour and 35, an hour and 40 minutes as well, which it's not too long, but it didn't need to be that long. We absolutely could have taken out 20, even 30 minutes, and in my opinion, we wouldn't have lost anything. It didn't appeal to me. The narrative absolutely did, but the execution didn't. The performances and the characters, very good, very well written, very strong performances. Some nice outdoor locations, but not the most engaging to look at. So for me, there are just not enough elements about this that I enjoyed for me to recommend it. But if it sounds like it might appeal to you, then check it out. It might work for you more than it did for me, but unfortunately, Huck and Finn, apart from a few things here and there, is ultimately not one that I really enjoyed.